Now, the circle I need for my hole, for my clock mechanism to come through, is 10 millimeters in diameter. So if I go back over to here and go to the center point circle, I'm going to go to here where the center of my shape is. I'm going to drag out, okay, until it's 10 or near enough 10. So 10.3 will be absolutely fine. Okay, so there I've got my circle that's going to be cut out for my hole. The next step is I need to put my text on for my numbers. So if I go to text here, I can go to text. I'm going to drag a box where I want it. Now what I need is for it to be in line. If you look where I've got my mouse here, it's showing me like whereabouts in line that is. I can draw a box like that, and that's the size, the amount of room that's going to take up for my number. And it automatically comes up with the box here for me to type that in. So if I type in 12, like that, so that's what it's going to look like. I can then click on this drop down here and I can change my font. Now there's not a massive amount of fonts. Okay, it gives you a little preview of what it's going to look like there. So you can have a look through, see which ones you like. And when you're happy, you can make it bold, you can mirror it. I'm going to press the green box to tick. Alright, now it's not quite, it's moved over a little bit, so I'm going to move it back this way. So I'm going to zoom in using my scroller on my mouse. I want to move it with that. And I've got to click off. It's a bit fiddly, this bit. There we go. So I can drag it across so it's more in line with the middle. That's just using this tool called Construction, which I've got there. And I can repeat that for my 3 and my 6 and my 9. When I'm happy with the location of my sketch, I press the green tick. Like that. So you can see I've got my number, I've got my outer shape, I've got my circle for the clock mechanism to come through. It's all going well. Now, let's say, for example, you want a pattern on your clock. Again, I can just, but I've already come off my sketch. I want to add this pattern on afterwards. If you come off your sketch by accident, you always need to do is on the left-hand side here, sorry, you've got sketch 1. I'm going to right-click on it and go to edit. And now I'm back in the sketch. So if you ever come off it by accident, if you ever click that green box by accident, just edit the sketch. Because everything needs to be on the one sketch for this to work. So I want to put a pattern on, so I'm going to go to this Spline Tool. You can see that I can click. When I'm happy, I double click, and I've got a pattern that I'm going to engrave on afterwards, like that. Alright, so I'm just putting all my engraved details on the inside. And there's loads of things you play around with. Maybe I'll engrave a polygon, so I'll go to inscribe polygon, and I'll click, and now it's drawing. Oh, that's a hexagon, I think. And then I can set the number of sides. So once I've positioned it, the size, I can say whether I want it as a pentagon, a hexagon, septagon, octagon, just by dragging my mouse up and down. It takes a little bit around to play around with. And I've gone for a septagon there. Okay. Let's say I want that on the other side. I'm going to draw a line down there, like that, which I'm going to delete afterwards. Okay, and I want to repeat this shape on the other side. So what I do is I go to this tool here, it says mirror. It says select a mirror line. So I've selected that line I've just drawn through the middle. Select entities to be mirrored. I want to select my septagon. And if you look, it's now moved it over there. And when I'm happy, just press enter. Well, it's actually the circle that's gone over, but you get the idea. And there we are. And then I can just trim this line. I don't want it anymore. So you can see how you can build up this shape. And it's different from 2D design, but it's still going to allow us to make a clock. If you have to adapt your design slightly, then that's absolutely fine. the end of the day, you're still going to be able to take a clock home, which is the most important thing.